Okay, welcome to another episode of Damage TV. Okay, and today I'm pretty much going to teach you how to turn an old eyeshadow palette that you're no longer using into a foundation palette or concealer palette. I have some samples here from CoverGirl Olay. This is from their Simply Ageless 3-in-1 Liquid Foundation. They have 6 shades here. I'm going to put it up close so you guys can see. 6 unbelievably fabulous shades. And they also come in another set of shades, but I only have these here. And we're going to use this today. So what this pretty much does is it plumps moisture into the face while you're using it. It also reduces the look of wrinkles and it improves the tone of your skin. So pretty much amongst your skin complexion, that's where it does the most. Okay, that's where it works at, pretty much, so to speak. So this is nothing like what I normally would use, but guess what? We're going to use this today. So the tools that you're probably going to need, so of course you're going to need an old eyeshadow palette tray. This is from LA Colors. This is their Enchanted palette, and I got this for about maybe $1.99. I also use like maybe scissors or like an old knife to cut up most of the leftover eyeshadow that's left and just scrape it into the trash can, and then I will cleanse it out myself. So what I'm going to do is, just because I got to make sure that one of these are secure, because one of these actually fell out. There's this one right here. I had to glue it back, so I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to discuss what I'll be doing next. So let me set this aside, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to try something, that I've been looking forward to doing, and that's working with concealer. Because I'm so used to kind of using most of my powder foundation and not working amongst my eyebrows to kind of get a more cute look, if you want to keep it that way. And I have my foundation still here. This is cornstarch, cocoa powder mix, as well as cinnamon. Okay, and it works pretty well. It's a very nice soft texture. And then I got some samples from Pinch Me that I didn't do a sample review on, because I kind of want to give my sample reviews a break on this channel. This is from Olay. This is another Olay product. This is Olay Regenerist Luminous Tone Perfecting Cream, and it's a moisturizer. But I want to use it as a primer today, or maybe next time when I do a tutorial here, because I want to do tutorials mainly on here, then on my main channel, which is Suppressed Composition, because I lost a few of my brushes, and I had to get some new ones. So these are from older, like makeup beauty cases, and I have to use these. And this is something I want to use my foundation and stuff like that. So all I gotta do is like spread it out a little bit, and then that's that, and I just twist it, turn it down like that. So how I clean my brushes is pretty simple. I pretty much use apple cider vinegar and a soap, and it gets rid of any excess makeup that was left during one of my previous makeup tutorials, or gets rid of most of the dirt that comes off. Just the we don't want to use dirty brushes whenever you are doing makeup, because you can use it for like a little bit, and then afterwards it's just a serious no-no, because when you're using makeup brushes, you don't want to add more acne to your face or get sick. So using makeup brushes that you haven't cleaned, like maybe within a month or 2 months or even a year, is extremely hazardous to your health, and you don't want to do that. So that's pretty, it's all about, promoting healthy skin at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and get back to the tray that I'll be using once again, from LA Colors, the Enchanted palette. I actually like this palette. I have used this a few times, but unfortunately, I haven't been using it in a while. And I got it a few years back. I mean, by a few years, I may have gotten it maybe around 2014 or 2013. So within those few years, so from either 3 years or 2 to 3 years. So I had this for 2 to 3 years, and I normally do not trust dollar store or any type of makeup from a beauty supply store, but if it's sold in a beauty supply store, I guess I gotta get it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't like the greens that showed up on my eyes, and I didn't record it because I did not want to. Okay, and I have continuously stopped using the Fashion Fair Loose Powder Pure Brown because it was making me look a little bit more darker than I normally should. So I'm kind of stepping up my game and pretty much just keeping it simple. So this is pretty much part one of this whole session. What I'm going to pretty much do is just cut up the leftover eyeshadow that's still in here, and then just throw it in the trash can or throw it in the sink, and that'll pretty much be it. And I'll just clean out the rest, and then I'll show you how I make sure it's perfectly clean using these. You can use this for your nails, but I also use these to clean up most of the excess makeup that's on here. And I'm just going to use like a little bit of alcohol, wipe off the makeup and stuff like that, and that'll pretty much be that. So I'm going to start by fixing this up, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I am now back, and as you can see here, I'm holding these two because they fell out while I was cleaning, but I just take these out and show you the prime example of this. So what I pretty much did was use the end of my rat tail comb here, and I just scraped out whatever was left within the eyeshadow palettes that I had here, and it's completely been scraped. It was kind of a struggle. Most of them, you can't really see it, but some of the eyeshadow did get on my shirt there, and right here, and also right here is where I scraped out most of it. And what I pretty much did was just took a, let me just turn it off there. What I pretty much did was take my right tail comb there, and my right tail comb there, and just pretty much scraped whatever was left from the palette tray. And whatever was left would easily be cleaned out with other products. But I'm going to go to a better light because there was a bonus step if you have this problem with certain trays or certain parts of the containers being, spilled out on you. You don't want any of the stuff on your shirt. I'm going to teach you how to keep these in place with just one simple tip, and then we'll go to the light to show you. Okay, now that we're back, I'm going to show you once again how to easily keep your containers safe in the sorry about that, in the palette tray. If you will, I'm going to pop out the ones that came loose. How I kept this one safe, because that one, like I said, was coming out loose as well. These were the three that were coming out loose, and I'm going to show you how I did it, and it is through glue. You can also use tacky glue or crazy glue to keep them, secure fabric, because crazy glue is very difficult to kind of swiggle loose. But yeah, I don't have that much in here because I've been working on arts crafts like this, working on that while I'm on Musical.ly and things like that. So what I'm pretty much doing is taking a swig of my Elmer's glue here. And I'm going to take one of the trays here, right about here. And I'm just going to go ahead and swivel some right on the lid. Completely cover it. So look something like this. Just let it sit in the tray. You also put it around so it stays secure. So you can just easily let it stay secure and things like that. But it'll pretty much stay secure when you just hold it down for a few seconds and then let it sit. But it does get pretty difficult to keep them in place because you have to redo this over and over again. So that's why I would either choose either Mod Podge or a nice little tacky glue to keep them in place. But you don't have to really do that. You can do other ways to do it. You can just get rid of them and just use the regular stuff. Just use whatever was left in the container. You can take all of them out and just use it like that. But if you want to keep them safe and you want to like keep them in a nice little container, I would definitely recommend this little method here. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more Elmer's glue right about here. And I'm just going to, you know, just take some Elmer's glue, put it on my fingers right here. And I'm going to take this. I'm just going to show you like I didn't demonstrate on the last one. I'm just going to go ahead and just rub it all on the tray, like so. And then I'm going to take it, press it down. Now, if it starts to rise up, the glue in general, if it starts to rise up, just let it do that and scrape off the excess because you don't want it to mess with the foundation, especially when you're trying to supply it from its original casing all the way over to this tray. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to scrape off most of the excess glue because that can be a problem because it can dry out most of your makeup. I have saw it before, especially with this one in particular. It dried out the eyeshadow, so that's why I continuously stopped using it. And things of that nature. So let me just kind of peel this off my hands. Now, people used to love doing this when they were kids, you know, peeling the glue off their hands. But I'm going to peel this off because I'm an adult now. And I cannot go back to the old kid ways, even though they were much fun and things of that nature. You don't have to worry about makeup and stuff and looking pretty for society. But that's another video, and that's for my main channel. But yeah, I'm going to continue to press this until it is completely secure. And please do not worry about the excess glue coming up, rising up from the little holes and things of that nature, because all you have to do is just pretty much just press it and just, you know, wipe off the excess, maybe with a towel or maybe like a little napkin or a little sponge, just to blot it away and keep it from drying out your eyeshadow. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this be able to just be over here, kind of let it air dry. I'm going to either close it to kind of let it not getting like extra moisture in there so it won't mess with the drying process. And as you can see, it is not moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry. And I will see you guys in part 2 for the cleaning process because I don't want to waste any more time on here. And of course, I look lovely in this light. This is a nice little light. I could definitely see myself sitting right here and just talking to you guys. And all that good stuff. So part 2 will be the cleaning process and the actual supplying of the makeup, which is still here. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.